Hi everyone, Andre back with you with another video with Wayne, and today we want to address the situation where one or the other team is taking a big lead and where it looks like it's going to be a one-sided game. So what are the key things to keep in mind when this situation happens to you guys, coaches, during the course of the season, because that's going to happen for sure.
Yeah, thanks, Andre. One of the things that we do is keep in mind that we don't want to make a travesty of the game. When your hitters go up to the plate, they go up to hit, and they should continue to do that. Where we really get into trouble here is running. Do we shut down the running game, or do we keep the running game going?
Right.
There's no written rule here, but it's a little bit of common sense, and it's a lot of feel for the game itself. So an example might be, you could be up 6-0 in a game fairly early. You might keep going a little bit, but if it's late in the game, 5th, 6th inning, and it's 6-0, you might shut it down a little bit because the chance of the other team coming back is
there a difference, like entering the game, if you're like the strongest team entering the game versus the weakest team, and how are you going to behave in those situations?
Yeah, let's face it, on any given day, any team can win, but if traditionally one team is much stronger and has a better record against another team, but that weaker team is winning today by 4, 5, 6 runs, you probably want to keep going because you never know. The other team has the potential to come back.
Yeah, and you see games also that there see lots of runs, like it's 14-10, and then it seems like nobody wants to lose a game and nobody wants to win also, so they keep going. So how do we react in that situation? Like a 6-0 versus a 14-8, for example.
Well, exactly. I mean, a 6-0 game means that likely the one team is in command. A 14-8 game, it could be going back and forth. So again, that's the baseball sense that I talked about earlier that really comes into play here.
And how do you handle a situation where you're up by 6, 7, 8 runs and there's pass balls and wild pitches and everything? Do we hold runners, or do we keep going, or how do we handle that?
Well, that's a good point, and that speaks to the word travesty of the game. Whenever there's a situation to advance, runners should advance. If it's a pass ball, if it's a double, a legitimate double, then it should be a legitimate double. If there's a runner on second base, they're going to score. Batter runner will go to second
So
base.
you just don't take an extra base.
That's right. You don't push it.
So at Baseball Canada, we have some of those rules at championship, and I know most of the provinces have that rules also. It's called the mercy rule, where after a certain number of innings, if there's a certain number of points difference, then the game is done. Like we have that rule at Baseball Canada Championship, 10 runs after 5. The game is over. So we try to avoid those type of situation, and at the same time we're looking for more meaningful competition. This is the key thing here. So hopefully that was helpful. We know you're gonna see those situations during the course of the season, but hopefully it's gonna give you a couple of tips to react properly.